Now, here again are tonight's stars, Joan Crawford and Frank Lovejoy.
You know, Shakespeare said, the play's the thing, and we all agree. If he were alive today and around motion pictures, he would have added, and so is the director, and especially one with the scope of the very brilliant Vincent Sherman. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present Mr. Sherman.
Joan, I'm very grateful. I hadn't realized I was such a remarkable fellow.
Oh, but you are, Vincent. When an actor doesn't mind getting up at 5 a.m. to work for you, you are remarkable. Remember how many of those early calls we all had working for you in Goodbye, My Fancy?
Yes, and I apologize for ruining your sleep, Frank.
Apologize? Vincent, I'd think nothing of getting up at 2 a.m. for you.
Oh, and greater love hath no actor than for his sleep. It's been a long time since I've heard a finer tribute. Incidentally, if I may, I'd like to say how much I enjoyed working with Frank Lovejoy as my co-star in Goodbye, My Fancy.
And may I add, the gentleman is really an actor.
Well, thank you, Vincent. And, Joan, there isn't anything I can say about you that everybody doesn't already know. You're wonderful.
Say, before this turns into a mutual admiration society, don't you think we'd better say good night?
Yes.
Good night.
Good night, Vincent. Good night, Frank.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
The Damned Don't Cry was presented through the courtesy of Warner Brothers, producers of I Was a Communist for the FBI, starring Frank Lovejoy. Joan Crawford can soon be seen in the Warner Brothers production Goodbye, My Fancy, directed by Vincent Sherman. Included in tonight's cast were Irene Winston, Eddie Fields, Paul Frees, Eleanor Audley, Tony Barrett, Ken Christie, and Sidney Miller. The Damned Don't Cry was adapted for radio by Jack Rubin. Screen Directors Playhouse is produced by Howard Wiley and directed by Bill Karn. Portions of tonight's broadcast were transcribed. This is Jimmy Wallington speaking.